I've been quiet for a minute, I've been grinding, still in it, I've been counting these digits, excuse me. I know I've been quiet for a minute, but I'm back on my business. If you see me, don't trip, just excuse me. Wrong if I do, wrong if I don't. That's why I do me no matter what, so excuse me. Lie if I do, lie if I don't. The proof is in the story, take a seat and excuse me. The crash came when the cash came, spend it.
Good evening, guys. This is Big Al, Alan Feaster with KO Boxing. Breaking news, the greatest news channel for your boxing news, one of the newest news channels for boxing. Hey, guys, thank you for showing up tonight. Thank you for this news story. I apologize. We're supposed to do an interview with Clyde Johnson from Lincoln, Nebraska, up-and-coming prospect, but the bosses wouldn't let him do the interview, the promoters or his management. So we apologize for that, guys, but hey, what can we do? We tried, okay? For all those people out there who wanted to maybe hear the interview with Clyde Johnson, we apologize. But we have another interview Wednesday night with Joey Barrero. His uncle was Tito Trinidad from Puerto Rico, a famous boxer. He's going to be on, up-and-coming prospect, a really great boxer. He's going to be on Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. But, guys, thank you for your support. Also, guys, if you guys would like to help out with the channel, we're not monetized no more, but we're going to try to get monetized again. But you guys can donate to Cash App down below to help out the channel for I can kind of do this full time. Appreciate it. Guys, thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, guys. All right. Yes, thanks. Yes, guys, thank you.
Thank you very much.
All you new subscribers, thank you too. Appreciate it so much. We'll get into the news story, but before I do, don't forget, hit the bell notification button.
Ring-a-ding-ding.
To be notified when we do go live or have our interview Wednesday night, so that way you know. And also, please share if you can. Also, guys, we'll get into the news story. Won't keep you waiting, so here we go. All right. All right, guys. This is what we're talking about tonight. Anthony Joshua, they're saying, guys, is everybody, a lot of people this weekend are saying Anthony Joshua is damaged at 34. He's damaged goods at the age of 34. What do you guys think about that? We'll get into it. Chris Algieri believes Anthony Joshua is damaged goods after his loss to the IBF heavyweight champion Daniel Dubois this past Saturday night. Now, Algieri feels that the 34-year-old Joshua, who is now 28 big wins, 4 losses, 25 KOs, is done at the championship level and won't be able to hang with the younger heavyweights coming up, of course. Now, guys, this is what we're also going to talk about. The timing reflexes that the two-time champion Joshua had earlier in his career that enabled him to get out of the way of punches is now gone. He's now unable to get out of the way of incoming shots, as we witnessed this Saturday night with Dubois, who is now 22 big wins, 2 losses, 21 KOs, knocking him down 4 times during this fight. Seriously. Getting his ass tore up. All right. Now, Eddie Hearn said earlier today that they'll wait and see what happens with Tyson Fury's rematch with Alexander Usyk on December 21st before making a decision about Joshua's next fight. Now, Hearn hopes to fight Fury next rather than take a rematch with Dubois after what would be very risky for AJ. Now, guys, end quote here saying, yes, I don't see Anthony Joshua at the championship levels against the guys that are vying for the world titles, end quote, said Chris Algieri to Inside Boxing Live when asked if Anthony Joshua is done at the championship level after his loss to Daniel Dubois. Now, guys, these are the contenders that would likely knock out Joshua. We'll go through them real quick. I might mispronounce a couple. Martin Bakoli's one. This one I have a hard time with. Bakhhodir Jalov. His name is spelled Bakhodir. First name, last name Jalolov. Of course, we all know Philip Hrgovic, Zili Zhang, Fabio Wardley, F.A. Ajagba, and Jared Anderson, of course. Now, guys, some of these guys, Joshua could potentially knock out if they fought tentatively against him the way the four rebuilding heavyweights that Hearn matched him against recently. But they started fast. If they did start fast the way Dubois did, I always mispronounce his name, Dubois did, they'd likely knock out Joshua, of course, if they started fast. But in quote, they say, do I see him against Tyson Fury if he loses to Alexander Usyk? Yes. Do I see him fighting Dubois again and having a chance to win? Hell no. And he goes on, do I see him fighting Usyk again? No. Do I see him being competitive against Tyson Fury if he gets past Usyk? No way. He goes, I don't see him competitive at the highest level anymore. Now, guys, also in quote, I just don't think he has it anymore against Ruiz. He dropped Ruiz early. He looked good. He didn't look good from the opening bell in this fight, in quote, said Algieri about Joshua. Now, also in quote, Anthony was so derelict of his ability, and the way he fights is almost diminishes Dubois' performance, end quote, they say. Now, guys, Joshua hasn't looked anywhere near the same fighter as he did in the past since he was knocked out, lost to Andy Ruiz Jr. in 2019. He likely would have to lose the rematch with Ruiz if the Mexican-American had taken training camp seriously and come into the fight in good condition. They're saying if he was in great condition, he'd probably lose to Andy Ruiz as well. But also in quote, I don't think Anthony is used to fighting guys that are as big and as long as him, end quote, said Algieri about Joshua, not expecting Dubois to nail him with a long right hand late in the first round. So he thought he was safe. Now, he pulls back normally with guys that are shorter than him and normally against guys that don't have a reach like him, end quote. Now, in the last 20 seconds of round one, Joshua thought was out of range of Dubois and was nailed by a long right hand that dropped him like he'd been shot. Now, AJ completely misjudged Dubois' ability to get to him with his reach, and he paid the price, of course. We've seen it. Now, after the knockdown, Joshua was never the same. Whatever his game plan might be that night, Joshua had going into the match was out the window. He had no chance. Now, as he was forced to fight defensively the rest of the evening. Now, they also say in quote, guys, the punch landed right at the end of the shot, which is the biggest power you have at the end of the punch. Now, Todd Grisham said, I think he's damaged goods, and I'm going to have to agree now that 34, of course, is 34. And for a guy that bases his success on athleticism, he's going to degrade faster than other guys, said Algieri. Now, guys, Joshua has arguably been damaged goods for the last 5 years since his knockout loss to Andy Ruiz Jr. in 2019. Now, guys, the only reason AJ has been able to keep going in this way, his promoter, of course, we know Eddie Hearn, has matched him until his last Saturday's fight with Dubois. The only good heavyweight Joshua had fought was Alexander Usyk. We know how those two fights ended for Joshua. He got tore up again. I don't think he's going to fight him a third time. Okay, guys, but seriously. But my opinion, guys, on this, he needs to go back to the basics. There was no defense. He's dropping his hands. His jab was too slow, wasn't keeping his hands up, wasn't blocking shots, wasn't protecting his beautiful face and his beautiful teeth. Come on, guys. You got to go back to the basics. You need to go back to training camp with the amateurs. Okay, guys, that's my opinion. Tell me what you guys think about this tonight and in your opinion. A lot of people saying he's dropping his hands too much, and of course, that was a dead given. He wasn't being very defensive. Like, come on, go ahead and hit me. I'm waiting for you to hit me. Come on, guys, seriously. But, guys, say goodnight to this pretty lady here, guys, and we'll catch you next time. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comments section. We appreciate you stopping by tonight. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. Guys, thank you guys so much. Have a good night.